Okay, here's the factory mileage that this S10 is supposed to be getting. It's a 95 S10 and it has an ODB1 computer. So it's about the simplest computer they have. I'm really working on muscle cars and street rods with carburetors, but I'm just going to play around with this, and I can take some suggestions. If you want me to add something or do something, I can try it out and we can see how far I can get this mileage up. But right now we have the map enhancer on, and you've seen in the first video where I was leaning it out. There's the air-fuel ratio gauge, and there's the map sensor adjuster or map enhancer, and we're going to see if it picks up any mileage by just leaning it out. And then I was working today over here. This is the IAT. This sensor tells the computer like the charge of the air, cold or hot. And I'm going to put a 400 kΩ resistor between the two wires in parallel and fake it out. It's going to see like it's a little warmer. And I might make a device later with a couple resistors in there, and I can keep on changing it to see what that does to the air-fuel ratio. I might not have to use the map enhancer. Here's the MAP, and there's our throttle positioning sensor. Later I'm going to show our brand new PWM with the remote control module, and at number 7 is the setting to add a TPS, throttle positioning sensor, onto your hydrogen fuel systems, and it will work with the throttle. You're just going to have to go in here and find the wire that varies with the throttle, and that's going to be hooked up to the module. I think it's P2. There's a screw in there, and you set it accordingly in the menu, and it should work with the throttle. We'll be checking that out. I'm going to mount the fuel cell now under the bumper, like I had one before. This was holding up pretty well. We're using the PVC gaskets. They're a very reasonable price. I don't think you'll find a cheaper material. And 140 degrees is about where you want. They say 160, but 140 is safe. And I'm not going to run this over 140. I'm going to be running like the people I've been talking to. One gentleman who's been doing this for like since 1960s. He uses 0.35 liters for every liter size of an engine. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. It's 2.2, so a little over 0.70. I might go up to 1. You can watch that. I'll just do it right from the controller. This is a fuel cell that has 2 sets of 5 neutrals, positives in the middle, separating them, and then there's the 2 negatives at the end. I will be using a flash arrestor. There's the valve. I usually slow the water down. Me and Daryl have been working with a company. They're going to make us some devices that go in every hole, block the current jump, upper and lower holes, so that'll make it more efficient and should run a little cooler. In the lower holes is be a smaller hole, and that's going to slow the water down. I won't have to use that valve anymore, so maybe in the spring that should be all done. This is dual inlet, dual output, and here's the bubbler reservoir combination. There's actually a clear tube inside there that's stuffed with that steel wool. That's the scrubber part. The outside is just the reservoir. And some other videos you might have seen when I had the vapor or condensation trail coming out, even at 100 degrees, 90 degrees. This check valve stops all that. That will keep your electrolyte back in here and make it stronger, and so maybe you just have to add distilled water instead of putting a lot of KOH in it. And I think it's a 1-pound check valve. So that's about what we're doing now. I'm going to start working on this, I guess, tomorrow. Try to finish some things up. I'm getting ready for state inspection, so I have to put a muffler on and a tailpipe, and I've been doing some suspension pieces today, and I need some tires, so take a little bit of time, but we'll get it back. So if you have any suggestions, like I said, as I'm working on this and it's going down the road and you want me to come back and we'll change something and see if it does anything, let me know. So have a great night and keep watching.